Welcome, faculty, parents, friends, relatives, Zoom invaders, but most importantly, welcome graduates to the 2020 commencement ceremony of the University of Central Florida. Whether you're watching the ceremony from your living room, social distancing at a small home celebration with your loved ones, or secretly wearing pajamas under your cap and gown, you truly deserve to have the biggest celebration today. Graduates, you did it. You're finally here today on your commencement day, a day you have been looking forward to for years, a day you have worked so incredibly hard for. This day has finally arrived. So, for the next 24 hours, I ask that you mute the world. Set aside the craziness and the uncertainty of what comes next. Soak in all your well-deserved glory, for this is one of the greatest moments of your life, one that no pandemic can ever take away. So own this moment. Feel that energy, that excitement, that celebration, and take credit for your success, unscathed and unhindered by the toils of 2020. Thank you, President Cartwright, and thank you, UCF, for this extraordinary honor to be the commencement speaker for the graduating class today, and for the next 24 hours, allowing me to take part in this moment in 2020 as 6,500 bright, talented, brilliant dreamers prepare to embark on the next chapter of their journey. This honor I will remember for life, and I hope that my address to you today will leave you a bit more inspired, a bit more driven, and feeling a shit ton more empowered as tomorrow you take on a new world, a world that is actually new to all of us. My name is Suneera Madani, and I was given the honor to be your commencement speaker today because years ago, I was a student just like you, with big dreams, aspirations, and a vision to change the world in my own way. Like many of you today, I was in search of something I didn't know how to get, but never wanted anything more in my life. You see, I am an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur that, just like you today, had every card stacked against them. And against all the odds, I turned a rejected idea into Florida's most successful startup, Fat Merchant, a payment technology company now doing billions in payments. I became an overnight success, 8 years in the making. I became the most influential woman in payments in a complete male-dominated industry. I raised over $100 million in venture capital when less than 1% of venture capital goes to minority founders. It's hard to win against the house when the odds are stacked against you. But I want you to know that it doesn't mean that it's impossible. It is possible if you play your cards right. And today, in the spirit of everything stacked against us in 2020, here are just a few of the top lessons that I have learned in business that can help you beat every odd that ever comes your way. Lesson number 1, know your why. I am the daughter of immigrant parents who came to this country with absolutely nothing to their name. Having an education was not an option for them. So, achieving the American dream was dependent on their own success. They worked hard, extremely hard. They built their lives and sacrificed all they had to give me and my brother an education so that their kids can live the American dream, the dream of freedom, opportunity, and most importantly, privilege that comes with that dream. Much like some of you listening today, I was the first person in my entire family to graduate college, and I did it with honors. I did it not for me. I did it to make them proud and to ensure that all their sacrifices did not go to waste. I wanted to ensure that my privilege that came from the backs of my parents' sacrifices meant something greater, and that it was my duty, no matter what career I ended up choosing, I do it with 100% joy, 100% dedication, and 110% for a bigger reason than just me. Your why is the reason you worked so hard to get here and to become a nurse or an engineer or an entrepreneur in business. That why is what keeps you motivated, consistent, and showing up. It separates the winners from the losers. The power in your why is mightier than the challenge stacked ahead. Your why is the reason you choose to do what you do, and it should be what guides you as you execute. The why is what keeps you charging on, even on days when there is nothing left to give. When you show up for that why, you will win. Every single time. Lesson number 2, bet on yourself. Without a lot of resources, and by that I mean $0 in my bank account, I quit my steady, benefit-paying, full-time job and decided to present my idea to other companies in the industry because truthfully, I completely lacked the confidence to venture out on my own. If this were a feel-good movie, I would then tell you that one of these companies thought the idea was brilliant and I went on to rise in the ranks of CEO. That is not what happened. Or at least it didn't happen in that order. I pitched the idea to 12 companies, and 12 companies told me no. No one believed in me. My vision for the first subscription-based processing company, my record-breaking billion-dollar idea, and quite frankly, I almost didn't believe in me either. It wasn't until I had no other options left and the push of my brother that I had to take the final bet on me. I gave myself 6 months, moved back into my parents' house, and sold payment terminals out of the trunk of my Volkswagen Beetle to find any business that would be willing to trust a 26-year-old with their hard-earned money. Looking back now, thank God I took that bet on me. And I'm even more grateful that others took a bet on me too. 130 of the most brilliant humans who joined my team. Over 6,000 businesses, venture capitalists, PE firms, and even investors took a bet too. And my younger brother, who pushed me to take that first bet and go against the odds, joined me as my partner and co-founder. But I needed to take a bet on myself first, and you should too. Believe in yourself and in your vision, even when others tell you no, or it seems you're the only one. Put aside your self-limiting beliefs, and do not be afraid to bet on you. Be confident in your vision, and you'll be surprised at how soon others will follow. But always, always be the first to bet on yourself. For this next lesson, lesson number 3, I thought long and hard of what defines people that are successful. If you look at your favorite athlete, entertainer, or anyone you look up to and admire, you'll notice all the greatest leaders have this one trait in common: a growth mindset. So, class of 2020, your next lesson for today, lesson number 3, is you can't be committed to your dream and your comfort zone. Comfort is the enemy of growth, and everything, and I truly mean anything you want in life, is 100% waiting for you on the other side of consistency. The power of habit, journaling, physical activity, meditation, goal setting, and the sheer will of showing up is a big part of achieving success and putting your plan to action. Once you set your goals, break them down into micro goals to make attaining your overall goals more manageable and less intimidating. Think of it this way. If you want to run a marathon, you're not just going to show up and run it. You have to train. This applies to goals. Spend time and prioritize. Put in the effort to break your goals down into micro goals and work on them every single day. I wish I could sit here and give you the magic one-liner to inspire your overnight success story. But you know I can't. What I can tell you is the truth. And if you take anything away from this speech today, remember this. There are 0 shortcuts to success. Hard work is the shortcut. Lesson number 4. There is an African proverb that reads, "If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together." Take a few seconds right now to look around you. The faces you see and the relationships that are celebrating you now and tomorrow, they matter. There have always been and always will be selfless, loving people in your life that support you, cheer you on, and be there for you. These relationships should be prioritized on the top of your list after you leave today. Your friends, family, neighbors, coworkers, and even future friends, your future spouse, and your future coworkers matter in your success story. And for our next lesson, lesson number 4, I give you one of my favorite discoveries, which is one team, one dream. Surround yourself with others who share your passions and values. No matter what life throws at you, having an inner circle you can lean on is important when the time gets rough, and celebrate with you in those moments you've just crushed the odds, who will hype you up and remind you of your why, who will bet on you in those critical moments you may forget to bet on yourself. Nurture these relationships and future ones. As you venture out into the world to do great things and become a great leader in every aspect of your life and lead. Lead with an open heart. Lead with vulnerability. And most importantly, lead with empathy. Let go of resentment. Don't be afraid to be the first to say, "I'm sorry." And most importantly, be kind. Be kind to all. Be inclusive for those that are left out, and stand up for those that don't have a voice. Winning is fun, but winning with friends is even better. Lastly, for my final lesson today, I wanted to share something really personal. My dad would explain my success by saying, "Sonny, you have it." I would annoyingly respond by saying, "Dad, what does it even mean?" Ever since I was a little girl, he would remind me that I have it every single day, and luckily, even as an adult. I didn't understand the meaning of having it until he passed away this year. The it factor is that hard-to-define quality that makes someone special and outstanding. It is the magic inside all of us, a feeling of confidence and a steadfast belief in yourself. Ruth Bader Ginsburg had it. Malala and Beyonce have the it factor. Oprah and Serena Williams have it too. Don't worry, guys, it's not the feminist in me saying that only women have the it factor, as much as I'd like to feel that way. Elon Musk, John Legend, and of course Kobe Bryant had it too. People from all walks of life and all backgrounds have it. So, for the final, biggest lesson of all as you enter into this next phase of life, know that you also have it. It is your superpower. But the X factor is what you do with it. So go out there and make things happen. Execute tomorrow on your vision and dreams of today. And don't give in to excuses. Have the resilience and the drive to make an impact, and trust in your it factor. Remember, success isn't something that happens overnight. It takes will, dedication, and hustle. Be consistent. Put in the hard work, and you will get the results. And for all of you aspiring entrepreneurs in the UCF class of 2020, remember too that there is no such thing as a billion-dollar idea, only a billion-dollar execution. As you figuratively and literally close the book today on this chapter, know that tomorrow is day one and the real work begins. Remember to know your why always, to win with friends, to continue to learn, and of course, to bet on yourself and your superpowers. When you do that, no matter what it is that you do in life, the odds will always be in your favor. Charge on, Knights, and congratulations to the UCF graduating class of 2020. Stay humble and stay hungry.